everyone, Ambrosia here, and today we are going to be doing a video on how to use my jewelry cleaner and my amazing, this stuff is brand new, silver tarnish remover. Incredible stuff. I have been using this solution for quite a few years and now I wanted to be able to share it with you guys. So I have a little tips and suggestions on how to clean your jewelry, how to use the tarnish remover, because it is very potent stuff. So you kind of want to watch this video before you start working on any of your jewelry. So to get started, you first want to make sure you're not wearing anything super nice. If you are like me, I'm kind of messy when it comes to working on anything. So I don't want any of this tarnish remover to splatter on my outfit, get on my countertop, sink, anything like that. Because this stuff, like I said, is very potent. It will stain. Okay, everyone listen to me. This will stain. It doesn't matter if it's your clothes, if it's your marble countertop, granite countertop, formica countertop, stainless steel sink, whatever it is, it will stain and discolor it. So what I suggest is to work somewhere where you don't care if it spills, whether it's out in your garage, whether it's outside, on a workbench, I don't know where. So if it spills on the floor, gets out, whatever, it will not matter. Okay, so start with that. Also make sure you're not wearing anything nice because like I said, you don't want that to splatter up onto your clothes. Heaven forbid if anything happens, because I'm one that like, okay, I'm gonna be really careful and then I accidentally bump it and it goes everywhere. So you gotta start off with that. The next thing is, so wherever I'm working at, I'm gonna actually put a couple of cloths out and layer them up. So like I said, if anything spills, anything like that, it won't matter. The cloths are going to take a lot more of the solution. So before we even start using the silver tarnish remover, what I want to first do is clean the jewelry. So you guys have used my amazing jewelry cleaner. Yes, I suggest you can use Dawn dish soap, but sometimes it leaves it kind of like a soapy, sudsy film that's on your jewelry. This stuff works much more easier and more efficient as well to clean all of your jewelry. So as a reminder, this jewelry cleaner is safe for your pearls, your opals, your turquoise, your emeralds, plus your diamonds, plus your silver, plus like costume jewelry. It works for absolutely everything. So great stuff to get for your jewelry. I have some women that even give them for gifts because they absolutely love it. Throw it in your bag and off you go, right? So I actually have a couple of rings here, silver rings that I've left sitting out for a couple of years now, and well, some a couple of years, some just over this last few months. And silver is going to tarnish. It's going to get to this super dark gray, almost black color sometimes, and all silver is going to do that. It oxidizes from the air. So what we want to do is remove all of that and make it nice and shiny again, right? That bright silvery color. So what I'm going to do is first start with the jewelry cleaner. I have an old toothbrush that I use for all of my cleaning back in the shop, but the jewelry cleaner also comes with its own little toothbrush as well, because you want to make sure you don't mix this with other cleaning solutions or your own toothbrush, right? This is toxic. So what I want to do is just wet the toothbrush a little bit. I actually have a separate little glass here instead of using sink water because I don't want any of this stuff to rinse out into the sink. And I mean by this stuff, the normal jewelry cleaner is perfectly fine on your countertops, sinks, everything like that. I have not had any complaints. I have not run into any discoloration with this jewelry cleaner. But to make it easy for today, I'm just going to wet my toothbrush here. This is suds. It is a foamy type of jewelry cleaner, so it is going to suds up. Oh, the cleaner's kind of sticky here. So what you want to do, there we go, is squirt some out on the toothbrush. It really doesn't matter how much you do. And then what you want to do is just scrub up your jewelry. And you guys can see here, I'm cleaning it on the outside, clean it on the inside. If you have diamonds and gemstones, really like angle it from, I am struggling today. Scrub it from every angle. You really want to get underneath all of those little crevices because that's where all of the dirt hangs out. It doesn't matter if you get it on your hands, this stuff is safe. I have not broke out into any reactions from it. I have not had any complaints. But after you get it all cleaned up, what I'm going to do is just rinse it off really well into this water. Kind of rinse off my hands as well, because obviously I don't want to keep it on my hands. And then what I'm going to do is take this towel and just pat it dry. And you can do that to numerous pieces of jewelry and then just set it down and let them all dry, and then we'll come back to the tarnish removers. Okay, so now we are ready for the tarnish remover. So like I said, this stuff will stain. This will discolor your countertop, your sink, your clothing, everything. So you want to be really careful. Make sure to keep it in the plastic baggie in case anything ever leaks out. I can't guarantee like how tight you got the lid on, but it's always better to be safe than sorry, right? So keep your cleaner in the little plastic bag that it came in. So now what I'm going to do is you need a couple little tools to start with. I take a paper clip, whether it's a plastic like coated paper clip or a metal one. I prefer the coated ones because then it doesn't scratch up your jewelry, and I don't like the sound or the feel of metal grinding on metal. The other thing is a couple of Q-tips, because we are going to first test the tarnish remover on the jewelry to make sure there's no discoloration. Or if you prefer tweezers to hold onto the jewelry instead of a paper clip, just make sure you don't put your tweezers into the solution. It will discolor it and almost like make it rusty looking. You know, I use this on quite a few gemstones. My druzy, every once in a while it has discolored druzy, like especially the black. The other colors I haven't had any troubles with, but every once in a while it will discolor a druzy. So what I recommend is to try to get this solution on all of the metal, but not the druzy itself. But as for other gemstones, I have not seen any discoloration, but I can't guarantee that as well. So first I want to test the gemstone to make sure that nothing will be discolored. So I'm going to use the Q-tip, add a little bit of solution right on the edge of the opal. Look it over. I don't see any discoloration happening. So now I'm just going to rinse it off, pat it dry, and double check one more time. Nope, no discoloration. So now we can actually dip the entire ring into the solution, swish it around for about 5 seconds, pat it on the side, and rinse it off. Pat it dry one more time. And it's already taken off a lot of the tarnish. It was like a really dark black color, but now it's brightened it up so much. So lastly, what I'm going to do is take my polishing cloth. You guys will see here, this polishing cloth I have used for so many years. Look at that. Look how dirty this thing is. It looks dirty, I should say, but that's all of the tarnish dark residue on silver that it has removed. It doesn't matter if it looks like this, you can still use it. You can even flip it over if you have a little bit more cleaner side. I just make sure that I don't have any like hard particles on it because I don't want it to scratch my jewelry. So I'm just going to kind of wipe it down, make sure I don't have anything on there. And then we're going to just wipe the ring, wipe it all over, and kind of give it a nice buffing look to it. And you guys will see immediately all of that tarnish is going to completely come off. And this is actually going to buff it up to a bright shine. And then you can even use this blue side for the last buffing, and it shines it up even more. I will show you guys like a before and after. This thing, I don't know, it looks like it's brand new again. It's amazing what it can do for silver. Now, with that, you only want to dip it. You do not soak it. What I mean is I count to like 5 seconds and I pull it out and quick rinse it. Do not let it soak. Do not let it just sit in there forever. The only thing that I will soak for just a little bit longer are chains. I feel like chains tarnish so quickly. So what I have here is a necklace. This pendant, yes, could go into the solution, but let's say I have a druzy pendant and I don't want to soak it in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to pull the pendant all the way down to the clasp. Because the clasp is okay if I don't let it soak in as long. We'll quick dip it, but I just want to soak the majority of the chain. So what I'm going to do is take my piece, dip it into the solution, and I'm going to let the pendant hang out. And having the clasp with the pendant adds a little bit of weight, so it's not going to try to pull it into the solution too. So I'm going to let it sit there for about 15-20 seconds, and then we'll pull the chain out as well. So like I said, chains are okay to soak. Other pieces, just dip it in for about 5 seconds or so, pull it out, and immediately rinse it. You don't want that to sit onto the metal longer than that. Okay, so this chain really wasn't that dirty. I just cleaned all of my silver chains. So this one is actually pretty clean. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of let it dangle, try to get more of that solution back into the container, right? You want to save as much as possible. Then take this, dip it into your water, swish it around so you really get it all off. And then we are going to pat the chain dry. And lastly, use your polishing cloth again. Chains you want to be careful with. Don't just yank on the chain. What I'm going to do is kind of fold it over, gently hold on to the chain, and pull it through. Fold it over, just gently hold on to the chain, and pull it through. You guys can see here like the straight lines on my polishing cloth. That's from the chains, just pulling them straight through. Now, if your chain is still dark by the clasp, just pull this around so your clasp is hanging out, dip it into the solution or let it soak for another 20 seconds, rinse it, wipe it clean, and it's going to clean it right up. As a reminder, this is just a simple way how to clean your jewelry. If you have gemstones, diamonds, anything like that, I definitely recommend to bring your pieces in to be fully inspected. Make sure everything is in good condition, your prongs, your channels, everything like that. So this is safe for pretty much all metals out there, but really it's for your silver, silver-plated, gold-plated jewelry. So if you have like some fun fashion jewelry and it just looks kind of dull and just really tarnished, put it in here. You are going to be amazed the before and after. Always, always, always test your pieces. First, even if it's a silver band, still test it because it might not be silver, like what you think it is. So just a couple of tips. If you guys have questions, make sure to comment down below and I'll be able to answer any of those questions for you. So thanks for stopping by and have a great day.